Well, in this problem, we have a smooth sphere which is moving on a horizontal surface with a velocity of 2 I cap plus 2 j cap immediately before it hits a vertical wall. And the wall is parallel to j cap, and the coefficient of restitution of the sphere and the wall is 1 by 2. We have to find the velocity of the sphere after it hits the wall. And we have to repeat the problem if the coefficient of friction between the sphere and the wall is 1 by 3. So let's first do the first part first. That is when there is no friction. So in that case, let's say this is the wall which is in the y direction along the j cap, and there is a particle or there is a sphere which is moving. Its x component of velocity is 2, its y component is also 2. Therefore, it must be moving with a velocity of 2 root 2 towards the wall. So it is going to strike the wall like this. And this is going to be the common normal of the wall. And we know that we can make use of law of restitution along the common normal. So along the common normal, the velocity with which the ball is coming is 2, and it is going to return back with a velocity e times 2. And therefore, its velocity after the collision along the common normal is equal to e times 2, and e is given to us as 1 by 2. Therefore, it becomes 1 in the negative x direction. And in the y direction, since the wall and the sphere, they are smooth, there is no friction between them, so it is not going to receive any impulse along the y direction. And therefore, we can say that along the y direction there will be no change in the momentum of the particle, and therefore its velocity remains unchanged as 2. And therefore, the answer to this first part of this problem is going to be that the velocity of the sphere immediately after the collision will be minus of I cap plus 2 times j cap. Well, now in the second part of this question, friction is present between the sphere and the wall. So what difference it is going to make? So if you try to analyze the collision in the x direction, because of the impulse due to the normal force which is going to act in the left direction, let's say this impulse is j, the velocity of the particle, which was 2 meter per second in the positive x direction before the collision, it becomes 1 meter per second in the negative x direction. And earlier, in the absence of friction, there was no impulse in the y direction, and therefore the velocity in the y direction remained 2 meter per second. However, now in the presence of friction, the particle is going to experience an impulse in the negative x direction. Let's say this impulse is jr, and because of this impulse there will be a change in its velocity along the y direction as well. Let's say now after the collision, its velocity in the y direction becomes vy, and we have to find out the value of this vy. So we are going to make use of the relation that the linear impulse, the net linear impulse on any particle is equal to change in its linear momentum, and change in its linear momentum can be written as mass times final velocity minus mass times initial velocity. So if we apply this in the x direction, net impulse is minus j, why minus? Because it is in the negative x direction. This is equal to mass times final velocity is minus 1. In the x direction, you can see that it is in the negative direction, minus mass times initial velocity is 2 meter per second towards the positive direction, so it is 2. And therefore we get an equation that j is equal to 3 times m. Let's say this is our equation number 1. Now let's use this relation in the y direction. In the y direction, net impulse is minus jr, why minus? Because it is in the negative y direction, is equal to mass times final velocity in the y direction is vy minus mass times initial velocity in the y direction is 2. So it becomes jr equal to 2m minus m times vy. This is our equation number 2. Now see this j, it is a linear impulse imparted by the normal force on the particle, which is equal to integral of n dt, and jr, it is the linear impulse imparted by the friction force, which can be written as integral of mu n dt. Or in other words, we can write it as jr is equal to mu times integral of n dt, or integral of n dt can be written as j. So we get a relation between jr and j as jr equal to mu times j. Now from equation 1 and 2, let's put the value of j and jr over here. So we get 2m minus m times vy equal to mu times j, and the value of mu is given to us as 1 by 3 and j is 3 times m. So when we solve this, we are going to get the value of vy as equal to 1. And therefore, the final velocity of the particle after the collision is going to become minus I cap plus j cap. So this is how you solve problems on oblique collision that involves rough surfaces.